Are we all ready for what's about to happen? Hello everyone, I'm Luke Filmboss, and today I will be reviewing episode 6 of WandaVision. Before you go on, I just want to warn you that this video is very spoiler heavy, so if you don't want spoilers, don't watch. So, this episode is a lot of fun, like most of these episodes, and it does a good job of progressing the plot. We don't really get any more answers as to how this all started and like what the truth behind everything is, but that's okay because as a story it's progressing. We have Vision finding out that this is all a created dimension or whatever. Like, he doesn't really understand that, but he knows that something's wrong, and so he goes out and he breaks the barrier. He breaks through, and that does some harm to him, but he sees that there's something going on outside. He knows that what he's in, while in some sense is real, he knows it's fake now. And just like a lot of things like that, like we have Pietro, and speaking of Pietro now, it's not the real Pietro. I don't know how it's all working, whether or not somebody brought his body back to life again, because Wanda sees a vision or image of Pietro with bullet holes, and I wasn't quite able to make out the face. It looked kind of like the Fox's X-Men version, just with Quicksilver's wounds from the MCU. It didn't look like Quicksilver's face, so I'm not sure quite what's going on, whether or not it's his actual body. But the X-Men Fox Quicksilver that is in WandaVision, he honestly seems like that could be who it is. Not her brother, but that universe's Quicksilver, because his personality matches up much more to that. But there's just a lot of other things that make me believe that it's not either of them, that it's something else entirely, and it's just hard to figure out like what's going on with Quicksilver. He was just like thrown in, and we were all happy about it, but it like doesn't make sense right now. Like, he seems to be manipulative to Wanda, trying to get into her mind, like her emotions. Like, he knows way too much, and he is constantly like diving at Wanda, like driving into her with his words, not in necessarily a mean way, but in a way that it like is gonna get on her nerves. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with Quicksilver, but I'm very interested to find out. So now we see the twins' powers, and I guess a lot of people who are familiar with the comics would know who the twins were, but I don't know who they are. Like, I know the power set, and I knew like the look and everything, but I really don't know who the characters are. But in the show, we are now seeing their powers, and so I know who they are as the characters, even though I don't really know what their names are. I think the one twin's name is Billy, and he seems to have a mix between Wanda and Vision's powers. I know he has telepathy. Then the other twin is a speedster, much like Quicksilver. So it's just interesting seeing these characters progress, whether or not they're with us for a long time. I don't know. Maybe these kids are real. Who knows? Like, if this whole WandaVision, like, world that has been created gets taken down, would they still be alive, and would they still have their powers? That's an interesting thought, because they could become like a next generation of Avengers. They could be included in that generation with like Spider-Man and all the others, and that would be really interesting to see. We are seeing a lot more consequential actions in this show now, one of which being the fact that now Darcy is now trapped in the WandaVision energy field. So Vision tried to escape. He wanted to know what was going on, and so he broke the barrier, and it started destroying him. So in order to save him, Wanda widens the barrier of the energy field, trapping a lot more people, including Darcy, who was handcuffed to a vehicle, making them part of the sitcom. So that's going to be interesting to see how Darcy like interacts with this sitcom reality, where she's obviously going to have her mind in Wanda's control a little bit, or whoever else might be controlling things. And yeah, there was a lot that happened in this episode that is going to impact the story going forward. Like I said, Pietro was kind of jabbing at Wanda with his words, and she jabbed back physically, and none of that got resolved, so we're probably going to see something about that in the next episode. This episode ended on a major cliffhanger, and this show really has a knack for doing that. Like, cliffhangers keep getting bigger and more surprising. We have 3 episodes left, and I cannot wait. So as for episode 6, I give it a 90% for an overall season score of 85%. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to help you be on the lookout for more videos from Luke Filmboss.